Thank you.
The 25th of November, Rabbi Furst, Mishna Berura.
Not sunspots. No sunspots.
Yeah, it was something.
Solar flares, sometimes they can cause problems.
Yeah, it also. Yeah, I think it also. I'm not sure, but I think it also. If I don't daven really with kavana, it seems to affect my internet.
No, I'm sure you're davening with kavana every day. Very good. I have no doubt you're davening. No doubt you're davening very well. I have no doubt. Okay, I guess we'll begin again.
Where's everybody else?
Davening.
Okay, this is Rabbi Shlomo Furst here at Yeshivat Samanafshi here in Yerushalayim, Care of Zoom. This is our second share in the morning. We're learning Hilchos Hanukah, the Mishna Berura, and Siman Taf Reish Ayin Aleph. And let's see, we're right here in the middle of Sif Zion. I guess we'll do a review of Sif Zion. There's a lot here. There's quite a lot here. We'll take it one step at a time. Let's start the Mechaber. We'll see the Mechaber, and then we'll stop there and do the Mishna Berura on the Mechaber. Yeah, let's begin. Sif Zion in Taf Reish Ayin Aleph. Barry, you're feeling up to reading today? How are you doing?
Yeah, so we're back on. We're starting Sif Zion again. Mitzvah Hanicha.
Yes, good.
That's where we are. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Mitzvah Hanicha betefach hasamuch lepesach mishmo. Today shetehei mezuzah miyamin v'ner Hanukah mishmoel.
That's right, because you want to have the mezuzah on the right hand side, and the Ner Hanukah should be on the left hand side of the left, when you're going into the door.
V'im ein mezuzah b'pesach menicha miyamin. So if there is no mezuzah, then you put them in order on the right.
Right.
V'im minacha b'delet atzma yanichenu mechetzo shel kenisa letzad smol.
Right. If you're gonna put the mezuzah right there in the doorway itself, right, then you put it on the entranceway on the left hand side of the entranceway.
What's Yenichenu?
You place it. If it's going to be placed on the door itself or in the doorway itself.
Lahaniach, like lahaniach tefillin.
Yes.
Like that word, right?
Exactly.
Same shurish. The same shurish.
That's right.
And what is mechetzo?
That the half, the entrance half.
Chetzi. Like Chetzi Kaddish?
Right.
Chetzi Kaddish, whatever you want.
Right, very good. All right, let's stop here and do the Mishna Beruras. Let's go back. We'll do, starting with Mishna Berura and Sif Katan Lamed Aleph.
Sif Katan. Sif Katan Lamed.
Pesach HaSamuch.
Oh, yeah. Pesach HaSamuch. Lamed Aleph, right. She'im Yechi Kena V'halon min HaPesach Einu Nicha Sheba'al Habayis Nicha Sham.
Right. That if you're going to place it a little bit further away from the Pesach, ain't a nikkur. It's not apparent, Shabalabai Sanichasham. It's not apparent that the householder, the one who lives in this house, was the one who put it there. So you, because
Right.
you want to identify the menorah with the person who lives in the house. Right. So therefore, you want to have it as close to the doorway as possible.
What is the Yarchi Kenna?
If it'll be distanced, it will be remote. It'll be remote from there. If it'll be remote from the Pesach of the bias,
And what about Lahalan?
from there, from that place, it will be remote from that place. It'll be distant from that place.
There won't be a connect. There won't be an apparent connection.
Right.
In other words, when you walk by, the person should be able to connect the menorah that they see with some building, some Pesach, some doorway,
Right.
to know that that's their menorah.
Right. It's sort of the same way that people, they put their names on the door. Why they put their names on the door? So you should know, John Doe, this is John Doe's residence, right?
Right.
If you put John Doe somewhere down the block, you know, on the street lamp pole, telephone pole, you wouldn't have any idea that he lives there.
Right.
Okay, let's see Lamed base in the
Le Pesach, Bein im lahanicha hu al Pesach habayit, or al Pesach hachotzer. Oh, so you have a choice?
well, it depends. Sometimes you have a chutzner, sometimes you don't have a chutzner.
No, I'm saying, but if there is a choice, you have an option.
Well, the general law is that you should always put the menorah, place the menorah in a place that's going to have the maximum publicity. You want to put it where it's going to have the highest profile of visibility by the maximum number of people.
So if that would be closer to the main thoroughfare where people are going to be walking or driving by.
Right.
If it's still apparently connected to the bias.
Right. That's right. You have to have that condition fulfilled as well.
So Hahanacha is to place it?
That's right. Correct.
L'haniach tefillin.
So it's telling us that the word Pesach, which means the doorway, includes either the actual doorway or the courtyard.
It could be you have to place the menorah. You have to put it samach to the doorway, whether the doorway is in the courtyard, whether the doorway is by the bias. Either way, it always has to be next to that doorway.
Okay. But if okay, I see. Right.
We're
if you have a gate,
we're learning there in the Mishna Berura in again Tafrei Shayin Aleph. We're just about to do the Mishna Berura Lamed Gimel.
Lamed Gimel.
Okay, thank you.
Kadesh Tehei. Kadesh Tehei, etc. Yeah, Mesuvav b'mitzvah mihu b'diavad v'im haniach ner Hanukah miyamin yotze.
So again, with the Mechaber said you should have the mezuzah on the right-hand side and the Ner Hanukah on the left-hand side. Why? You should be surrounded by mitzvahs, right? That's the goal. The goal is you want to be surrounded by mitzvahs. You want to, when you're walking through the doorway, you have the mezuzah on the right-hand side, the Ner Hanukah on the left-hand side, right? However, b'di'evid, if for some reason you couldn't do it that way, if you did put the ner Hanukah on the right hand side, and so he has the mezuzah on the right hand side and the menorah ner Hanukah on the right hand side, he's still yotzi. Still yotzi.
What is this word misubav?
From he's surrounded. He's surrounded in
Saviv.
right. Savivon. What's a savivon? Right.
Dreidel.
A dreidel. It's a spinning top. Right. It goes around and around. Right. That's why it's called a savivon.
Right.
And also, since we're discussing Hallel, if you want to get your siddur and you take a look at Hallel, we'll be saying this next week, so it's worth doing a little bit here.
Hallel?
Hallel, look in the
Okay.
Hallel, right? Look in the Hallel. In
Tisov, Hayardain Tisov Lachor.
and that's an interesting. That's also a little bit.
Well, it might not be exactly root.
Where are we in the Hallel now?
I'll show you in a minute. 1
Oh.
second. Hold on.
Savivon. So.
You're preparing, Barry.
Yeah. I have to with the kids.
Uh-huh.
I have to come up, with every day I give them, the first day I give them one of something,
Mhm.
whatever it is, and the second day I give them two of the same thing.
Oh,
Then the third day, so whatever it is a piece of candy or a kesef or
right.
a diamond, whatever.
Diamond. Okay.
So then
Don't
they
wait
have
till-
a collect.
Don't wait till the 8th day to give the diamonds out.
Yeah.
If you look at the paragraph after the kilom chazdos, you have the 4 kilom chazdos. Then you have the paragraph beginning mina meitzer karasi ka.
Yeah.
So you look about
Neni mirchav.
right. So you go about 4 or 5 sentences into that.
Oh,
paragraph.
Sivavuni?
Yeah, right. Kol goyim savavuni.
Oh,
Right. Yeah. Anyone want to read it? You have someone there that you can
Kol
read it.
goyin sabavuni b'shem Hashem ki amilem. Sabuni gam sivavuni b'shem Hashem ki amilam. Wow. Sabuni kedavarim the achu be'esh katzim b'shem Hashem ki amilam. Wow.
Okay, that's good. So you have the English there. You want to read what it says in English?
No, this one only has
Or Mary, you have the English?
yeah, let's see. It says, all the nations surround me in the name of Hashem. I cut them down. They encircle me. They also surround me in the name of Hashem. I cut them down. They encircle me like bees, but they are extinguished as a fire does thorns. In the name of the Lord, I cut them down.
Oh. So you see that word savuvi, right? The surrounded, encircled, right?
Mhm.
now that's actually which Tehillim is that? You have it there, Mayor?
It's 118. I can't tell you the pasuk though, because I
118? Okay,
Yeah.
I happen to have Tehillim open
Okay.
for another reason. 118?
It starts with the hodus and then it goes into a paragraph, I guess.
Yud Ches.
Yud Chet, Kuf Yud
Kuf
Chet.
Yud Ches, yeah.
Right. Starts with the hodus.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe after the Hodus, it's about maybe 3 Pesukim in, 4 Pesukim. It says, Kol Goyim Sivavuni.
Right.
Let's see. Yeah. Aha. Kol goyim seviyah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Right. So you see, during the holiday, we're thanking Kadosh Baruch Hu that all the goyim, they surrounded us, they encircled us, they were surrounded by the goyim like bees. They were coming after us, and in all those cases, we cut them down with Hashem's name, meaning following the will and the ratzon and the desires of Kadosh Baruch Hu. So we were successful to evade our enemies.
Can I read what Hirsch says about the repetition?
Yeah, sure, great, very
Okay.
good.
It says this 3-time repetition of Savavuni, Savani, the motif which constantly recurs through all of Israel's history, seems to refer to the 3 periods of the history of our people. The period from Yeshua until the destruction of the first temple, then that of the second temple until its destruction, and finally the era of exile and dispersion.
Okay. All right, very
That's
good.
interesting, yeah.
And then he goes into a whole big thing. If you want to look it up later, about the grammatically why Savav is in that particular form.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Okay, that's in the Hirsch on the Tillim.
Hirsch on Tehillim. Yes, on that on Kuf Yud Ches. It would be Pasuk 11. No, I'm sorry, Pasuk 10. Yud. He has
Very
a
good.
whole wow. He has a whole wow. It's a whole page, all concerning that surrounding.
Okay, so
Wow.
maybe if you want, you can give us a report next week. You have Shabbos to work it over.
Yeah, it's
Give us
it's good. This is a gold mine here.
Okay.
This
there
is
you
something.
go.
This is something to use for Hanukah.
Oh, there you are. That's right.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, for sure.
Three.
So-
Okay.
So now, in celebration of Hanukkah, instead of being surrounded by the goyim, we're surrounded by mitzvahs. We have the mezuzah on the right-hand side, and then Hanukkah, and their Hanukkah on the left-hand side. So we're surrounded by mitzvahs instead of our enemies. That's great, no?
Yeah. So you have the mezuzah on the left, the mezuzah on the right, the menorah on the left. So where's the third one? What's surrounding us on the third? Hashem.
Yeah, that must be the Shekhinah. That's right.
Must be the Shekhinah. That fulfills the 3 Savavuni.
I hope so. That's Hashem.
Okay. Can I use that on Hanukkah?
Yeah.
I'll give you credit, Rebbe.
Okay, you can use it even without giving credit, but it's fine. Very good. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue on with the Mishna Berura a bit. Okay, that will bring us up to Lamed Dalet, right? Lamed Dalet.
Okay, so what's this? The Im Ain, what are we on, Zion?
Yeah, this-
Oh, the Im Ain mezuzah. Oh, if you don't have a mezuzah,
Right, like
At
for
the
example,
entrance.
if for some reason, if you're putting it in a doorway for some reason it's not obligated in the mezuzah, whatever reason may be, right? So then you put the menorah on the right-hand side.
oh, okay. The Chol Midei the Mitzvah. Oh, Yamin Adif. What's Adif again?
That it's advantageous.
Oh, advantageous. Right, okay.
Right, that having the mitzvah on the right-hand side, it's always more advantageous have the mitzvah on the right-hand side. In general, we always favor the right.
Okay, so on the right, because it's advantageous, okay.
Right. Okay. V'oid,
Okay, the Od, the Ika Persume Nisa Tefe, Shahakol, Ponim Litzad Yamin.
there's also going to be more publicization of the miracle because everyone tends to favor the right side. Most people favor the right side. They normally tend to look at the right-hand side first and the left.
Oh,
Good.
I wonder if that's the case with left-handed people, though.
Yeah, not sure that you have to look up. You have to see the halachas about the menorah and the left-handed person, right?
Does ponin mean to favor?
Pointing means usually that they're inclined toward the right.
Speaking as a left-handed person, that principle doesn't apply to me.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay, so we
I
have,
favor the left.
okay. One looks towards their stronger side.
Right.
It's a good thing, Lou, it's a good thing you're not a Kohen. You'd have a problem. If you
Baruch
left-handed
Hashem.
guy.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
always
look-
have to
look-
turn to the right.
Yeah, left-handed Kohanim were taken out to the midbar and left there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that true? Mayor, isn't that true? I mean, did they tell you about that? I mean,
No, I never heard that one before.
other Kohanim have told me about that,
Oh,
family
okay.
tradition, yeah.
Well, they couldn't be right there, so they must have been left there.
That's correct. Okay, so are we going to Lamed Hay now?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so Ve'im Chinichu Badelet Atzmo. Whether it's left by the door by itself?
I mean, it's not on the wall adjacent to the door. It's actually in the doorway itself. Sometimes you have an extra wide doorway that let's say have unusually thick walls. So you can actually have a place to put the mezuzah right there in the doorway.
Oh.
Like
Yeah,
we
that's
do
like-
today.
Yeah, they're like, well, that all depends on your doorway. I mean, some people, depends how the configuration.
But I mean, most doorways, there's enough space to fix the mezuzah in the correct position, right?
Well, there's two ways you can do it. I mean, you can you can do it with the candles parallel to the door, or at right angles to the door,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it depends, right? Sometimes if you have a very big doorway, you can actually put the menorah in with the candles parallel to the doorway. Most doors don't have a sufficient space that will allow you to put the
Yep.
narrows parallel, so you can put it at right angles to the doorway.
Or okay. Because where we are, it's if you put it at a 45-degree angle, like not
Right.
parallel and not right, but in the middle,
Right,
it's more visible
right. So that's good. That's a
for
good-
both. It's for both, for everybody,
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
including our neighbors who we don't speak to.
Mhm. Okay.
Lou got that one. Okay.
All
I'm
right.
joking. We have very good neighbors. I'm only joking. We have such wonderful neighbors.
According to Chaucer, many a true word is said in jest.
It's true. No, they're really lovely people. One is a Tamani. and she sends over these tamani dishes. Oh, they're unbelievable delicious.
Tell him next time she should put some food on them.
Okay, so what's Arash Hastif? We saw it at the beginning of the section.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, I think our time has come up for today.
Okay, so we're at Lamed Vav. and Mishna Berura. Okay,
Yeah, very good.
So we're up to Lamed Vav for Sunday? Okay.
Thank you, Rabbi.
That'll be for next week, Mitzvah Shem. Hope to see
Okay.
you all tomorrow, Mitzvah Shem. And
Okay.
have a good afternoon, and we'll see you soon again, Mitzvah Shem. Every wonderful day.
Okay,
all
be
too.
well.
Thank you,
All the
Lou. Thank
best.
you, Mayor. Thank you.
Everybody
Sorry.
should be well, and whoever needs it should have a refuah shalema.
Amen. Thank you.
Amen,
Thank you.
amen.
Good. Good.